Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you my WWE Smackdown review for December 17th, 2015. Sorry it's late as hell, but I've just been extremely busy getting ready for Christmas because that's coming up pretty soon. I know Raw is technically on, but I had to finish watching Smackdown first, and then I'm going to watch Raw. I don't know how I'm reviewing Raw yet, if I'm doing it myself or if I'm starting that new series with Kin Tut, James, and all that stuff. So I'll get back to you guys when I get a chance. But let me go over the show. We had Booker T, Rich Brennan, and Jerry the Kid Lawler on commentary. Roman Reigns came out to cut a promo. He talks about how he's now the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He says that the climb to the top was hard, and now it feels good to be on top. And he talked about how he had all these obstacles to overcome. And he says that he doesn't think this ride's going to last forever, since he's probably going to be in trouble for attacking Triple H and Vince McMahon. And he says, but that's on Monday. But tonight is Smackdown, and he wants to have some fun. And then Sheamus comes out, and he says that it's been longer than 5 minutes and 15 seconds, Roman. And he even plugs the t-shirt that he has, because maybe it's probably not doing so well, I'm not sure. Sheamus says that he's happy that Roman Reigns is holding the title, because he's just going to have the title right back around his waist. And he says that the Authority is going to force Roman Reigns to leave. So when Roman Reigns refuses to leave, Sheamus has security guards come down and try to remove him, but he ends up taking him out. He beats them all up, and he hits a couple of Superman punches on him. I thought this made Roman Reigns look like a badass, so I thought this was good. So that was good. And then we get, I think the booking Roman Reigns really a lot better now, too. I think he's being more of the badass Shield Roman Reigns instead of that babyface loving Roman Reigns. So I hope they can continue with that momentum. And then we get Alberto Del Rio versus Ryback. Ryback cut one of those little video promos, but I don't remember what he said. And this was a good, solid matchup. Alberto Del Rio dominates a good amount of the matchup with the kicks that he hits. He hits like a basic drop kick, which was cool. And then Ryback starts to make his comeback, and he counters the Miho clothesline into a German suplex, which was cool. Because that was impressive to see Del Rio hit that on Ryback. And then he goes for the cross arm breaker. No, he goes for the kick, but the Ryback catches it. And then he hits the Miho clothesline, and he goes for shell shock. He's setting up for shell shocked. But then Sheamus, Ken Barrett, and Rusev come out to the League of Nations theme song. And this distracts Ryback long enough for Del Rio to get him in the cross arm breaker, and Ryback's in there for a while. He ends up having to tap out. Then afterwards, Sheamus blow kicks Ryback, and then Rusev puts him in the accolade, because Ken Barrett actually can't do anything because of his injury. I thought this actually was good, decent stuff here. Good opening matchup. And I thought Del Rio and Ryback had a solid matchup. I kind of wish they would have saved this, because I think they could have a good possible potential feud for the United States Championship. And then Tyler Breeze and Summer Rae are backstage, and they're talking about what is going to happen to Titus O'Neil, how he's going to need to use that $1 million that he has to get some reconstructional face surgery. And then you see Goldust creeping in on him, and he comes in and goes, ugh, like he's ugly or something. It was actually pretty funny. So then we get Tyler Breeze with Summer Rae versus Titus O'Neil. This was just like a match you'd probably see on like Superstars, a main event. Maybe most likely Superstars. It was just a very basic Superstars match. During the match, Goldust comes out and he sits in the VIP section where Summer Rae usually sits, and he's just messing around by knocking the grapes out of her hand, using the selfie stick to take selfies with her. Jerry the Kid Lawler actually photobombs the selfie. And this distracts Tyler Breeze long enough for Titus O'Neil to hit the Clash of the Titus on him when Goldust is taking a selfie with him. And that's about it. It was just like a very basic Superstars match. I'm glad Titus O'Neil's getting a push. He's probably only really getting a push, though, because the roster's been so limited now. Not trashing his ability. It's just, I think because they don't have much of a roster right now, that Titus O'Neil's, that's the only reason he's getting a push. And then Dean Ambrose gets interviewed and pretty much says that he's going to defend the Intercontinental Championship 24/7, and that if Kevin Owens wants to drive him crazy, he says that he's already crazy, so he can't make somebody crazy that isn't crazy. Thought it was a good promo. And he says that if Kevin Owens wants his rematch for the Intercontinental Championship, all he has to do is ask. Because I don't know if I mentioned this in the main event, it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. So then we get the Wyatt family backstage, and Bray Wyatt talks about how anybody would do whatever it takes to get away from their fears. And they cut like a weird video package promo. It was pretty good stuff. Bray Wyatt was good, and Luke Harper wasn't bad, but Rowan and Strowman weren't very good. They each say things. Then we get Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with Big E versus the Lucha Dragons. The New Day cut a promo talking about how they're the greatest tag team of all time, and the Usos and the Lucha Dragons were just jealous of their about the fact that they won the ladder match at TLC, and they go to do their celebration, and he says that people are trashing it on Twitter. And it was great stuff. They were cut a really great promo. They have a match. It's actually a good match. Big E goes over to Booker T on commentary and makes him read something describing how great the New Day is. And Jerry the King Lawler does the same thing because Booker T was having trouble saying it. And it was really good stuff. And then eventually, while the heels are getting the heat on Kalisto, he tries to get the hot tag on Sin Cara, but behind the referee's back, Big E pulls him down. Pulls his leg down, and then when the New Day are like being cocky and taunting, Sin Cara comes over and takes out Xavier Woods, who was wearing like little elf shoes, which was cool, and Big E, and Kalisto hits a power bomb off the second rope onto Kofi Kingston and gets the pinfall. So next week, now that's going to be the New Day defending the WWE Tag Team titles against the Lucha Dragons, which makes sense because they beat the champions, and it makes sense that they're facing off since the Lucha Dragons got screwed over at TLC, and next week SmackDown's going to be live too. It's going to be a live edition on SmackDown on USA, so you have to go to USA to watch SmackDown. Well, I guess this week. So then Dolph Ziggler gets interviewed and talks about how Kevin Owens just kind of beat him down. He was just collateral damage, and Dolph Ziggler says that cuts this promo about how he's been here for 10 years and he's had these great matches, but nobody's ever no one's ever put him in the main events. Pretty much the same stuff he always says. I thought it was a good promo though. Then we get Brie Bella versus Becky Lynch, and Team Bad was watching from the crowd. And during the match, Charlotte comes out, and this distracts Brie Bella while she's getting the heat on her for Becky Lynch to be able to hit all the moves on her. And they didn't have like a bad Divas match. It was just a solid TV Divas match. And behind the referee's back, Charlotte trips Brie Bella, and this allows Becky to get her in the Disarmer for the win. So yeah, there you go. And then afterwards, Charlotte and Becky Lynch are backstage, and Becky Lynch pretty much tells her that she just wants to win on her own, but Charlotte says that she just wants to help you win. She doesn't want to see you lose. And Becky Lynch thinks that Charlotte's telling her that she can't win on her own, which she kind of was. Yeah, but this feud's just not very good. It's just stupid. And the Goldust Tyler Breeze feud too is kind of stupid too. Just kind of eh. Then Kevin Owens is backstage, and he talks about how he's going to stop at nothing until he gets his Intercontinental Championship. And he says that he's not going to stop until he puts Dolph Ziggler in the hospital, which I thought he cut a great promo. I like this Kevin Owens. And then we get the main event, Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. Great match. Kevin Owens destroys him throughout much of the match, and then he goes for a last call into the barricade, and Ziggler catches him and zigzags him right into the barricade, which was cool. And then Kevin Owens hits a DDT through the ropes, and Ziggler eventually starts to make his comeback. And Kevin Owens continues to dominate. He hits a super kick, German suplex, and a cannonball, which was cool. And he continues to go for the pump-up powerbomb, but Ziggler keeps reversing it. And there's a bunch of reversals going on. Reversal out of the famouser, reversal out of the super kick a lot. Then eventually Ziggler hits the super kick on Owens, but Owens kicks out of it. And then Dolph Ziggler goes for the zig. Eventually, Owens throws Ziggler over the top rope, which causes him to, because he had an injured neck, which causes him to get him even more injured. And Kevin Owens just continuously, viciously assaults Dolph Ziggler. And the referee stops the match because the referee keeps telling him to get off of him, but Owens won't listen. So Ziggler ends up winning the match by disqualification. And then he throws him over the announce table. And he's just about to put Ziggler through the table, but Ziggler starts attacking him, and then Owens throws him into the steps, and he's going to powerbomb him on the steps. But then Dean Ambrose comes out, starts fighting with Owens, and he goes to hit the double arm DDT, the dirty deeds on him, but Owens escapes. And then before he leaves, he super kicks Dolph Ziggler, which made him look like a badass. And then Ambrose comes over, chases him away, and then Ziggler super kicks Ambrose. So I think Ziggler might have just turned heel here, I'm not sure. People are saying that he just thought it was Owens, he kind of flashed out, but I don't know. I think Ziggler's a heel now. I think they're going to do these guys in a triple threat match. And maybe at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, they'll do Ambrose versus Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship, which I'd be stoked for. I wouldn't mind seeing that match. And if they have the right feud, I think it could be good. But overall, SmackDown actually was pretty decent this week. They had some good matches and good storylines in here, like the Roman Reigns promo I liked, Del Rio versus Ryback I liked. I always like the New Day on the show. They always deliver. One thing I didn't mention is Big E tried to play the trombone during the tag match, and he still can't play it. And I did like the main event and the Owens-Ziggler interviews. So I thought SmackDown was actually a pretty good show this week. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. And that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure to check out all the stuffs in the description box. And that's pretty much it, guys. And I'll let you know what's going to go on, whether I'm going to review the Slammy Awards myself or I'm going to be doing it a different way. So that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.